Hi, I wanted to do a talk really about running with medications, and these are medications just over the shelf, over the counter. Paracetamol, Ibuprofen, Galveston. Those are the three main ones I want to talk about, which I have used during my running, and from my experience, what circumstances they're needed in, and how we need to be careful with them. So the first one is paracetamol. Now, paracetamol is an analgesic. I only use paracetamols when I have a headache, to be honest, when it comes to running or even at home. I only use paracetamols for those things, or if I have a mild aches in my legs, or if I'm not running and I have a slight fever, and obviously paracetamol is a wonderful thing for bringing the temperature down of your body and obviously making you feel better. And it's been a real help to our children as well. And of course they have Calpol. So paracetamols are a help to a runner when it comes to sort of headaches, and maybe for some people general aches. Now, I'm very strict when it comes to running with any kind of illness, and I try to follow the rule. In fact, I do follow the rule that if I have a sore throat and upwards, and indeed runny nose, slight headache, sneezing, anything sort of above there towards upward, then I will go for a run. I might take a paracetamol just to help me feel a little bit better, but I go for a run. But I do not run at race pace or a fast pace. I tend to run gently. So if I've got a cold, sore throat, headache maybe, sneezing, runny nose, I can still go for a run, but I will do a 10-minute mile, 9 or 10, even 11-minute mile. Basically, I'm going for a jog. I'm taking it easy. I'm making my lungs work a little bit. I'm getting my legs working, and it will do me good. And I've never suffered ever through running gently. I call it recovery running when I've had a cold. Now, if that my condition is that it's below my throat or my neck, and I've got a slight chest infection, I've got a cough, and that cough is coming from sort of my chest area, a bit of mucus maybe, phlegm coming from that way, then I would not run, because that's they're the critical parts of the body you need to be careful with. So if I've got a slight chest infection, got a cough, and I'm feeling a bit rubbish because of it as well, I definitely will not run. And when I begin to recover from that, again, I would do a gentle jog or a very gentle recovery run speed, just to get my lungs working again after an illness. So paracetamol, that's what I'll use paracetamol for. Reduce slight aches I might have. I would still run with it. Say I had a bit of a cold, I got slightly achy, I would take a paracetamol for that and run very gently. Then you have ibuprofen. Now, this is a medication that reduces inflammation, and it's a very, very good medication to take, but you need to be careful with it. So the maximum dose in one go is 400 milligrams. You can take 2 200s or 1 400, 4 to 6 hours. And that there, I only use that again, actually, basically, to be honest, I only use ibuprofen is when I'm on an ultra run. And for example, the last year, or this year, 2022, I didn't take one for like maybe 12 hours. And by the time I got to maybe 30 plus 40 miles, then I took one then. And ibuprofen has got a wonderful ability to completely rejuvenate one's running ability. So going back to last year when I did my ultra, I did 100 miles, so that was a 27 hour out and about to achieve that. Come to 50 miles, I was most severely beaten up. I was aching all over, and I really come to the point where I was thinking I'm going to have to give it up, jack it in, and just go home, because there's no way I would have carried on. So I had a slight rest and some food. I took an ibuprofen, 400 milligram, and within 20 minutes, it completely changed my whole outlook, my whole physical ability in running. So prior to that, I had tummy troubles. I couldn't eat my food properly. I had no desire for food for hours and hours. My appetite came back. I had a good appetite. I tasted the food. I enjoyed the food. All the backache I had, the muscle ache that was really bringing me down, it all went. And to be honest, I was running faster after taking that than I was at the beginning of the day, early in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I then proceeded to take the stated dose every 4 hours or 5 hours after that, and it wonderfully helped me through my ultra. Now, having said that, I had to make sure that I ate food as I did that. So ibuprofens, if you're taking them all the time, they can eat away your stomach lining, can cause lots and lots of problems. So, you know, a short spell of taking them, 1 day maybe, as regards running, is fine. But, you know, taking them long term as some kind of fix to help you run better or not be so fatigued is a no-no. So I only ever take it as regards running when I'm doing long distance, and that's about it, because they can be nasty if you don't respect them. Then Galveston. Now Galveston comes under lots of different names. Basically it's something to relieve your indigestion, heartburn if you want to call it. And sometimes when I'm running, particularly if I eat some spicy food or fatty food, maybe a couple of hours before I go for a run during a weekday, I get horrible acid reflux, and I have to take Galveston tablet. Now you can get them in tablet form or in medicine form. Now I carry tablet form, and just one little Galveston tablet, gently sucked in your mouth, completely relieves the symptoms, and you're on your way and able to concentrate on your running rather than the bubbling up and acid reflux. During an ultra run or long distance run, acid reflux can become a real pain, and you find yourself going through quite a few Galveston or whatever brand it may be, tablets, indigestion tablets, Rene, whatever it might be, to help you. Because for me, I find myself eating a lot more sugary foods to try and give me energy, like gels and stuff as well, and all those things, it just really give you stomach sort of a field day of wanting to give you acid reflux. So Galveston tablets are definitely a thing that really do help and worthwhile carry on, and again, you stick to the stated dose and you'll be all right. So the other 3 things I take when I'm running, and I think probably ibuprofen are the ones you're going to be most careful with and respect. Make sure there's food in your tummy when you're taking them, so that it can be nicely digested and go through the system, rather than trying to eat away your stomach or stomach lining as it can do. So I hope that helps. That's how I use medications, but you've got to respect them. So yeah, thank you for listening.